Why do we eat? It's a question that many of us have never even asked ourselves, but it's worth doing so because there are so many things which are attached to eating. Yes, we need to eat, but if we don't do it in a good way, it can lead to bad things like becoming overweight and staying overweight, also becoming diseased and facing life-threatening circumstances, which obviously isn't a great thing. I'm going to touch on a few points, so here goes: emotional eating, stress, boredom, sadness, anxiety. People can eat for these reasons, and then it can also get to a dark place when it's not addressed or it's not faced. Food can become a bit of a coping mechanism, and that can be a not so good thing, as it can be tied to a certain feeling. When I eat this food, it makes me feel a certain way. An all or nothing mentality is the next one. When we want to go after better health, we often start, and then let's say 3 days in, it doesn't go so good, so then we just go, fuck it, I'm done. And that can really upset any good progress, because if you do have the right intentions and you do stick at it for long enough, you'll probably start to see good results. But whereas diving in and going, alright, if I don't have this perfect strict diet for the first month, and if I fail by my own terms, that's going to put me in a bad place. Having guilt really tied to the progress and the steps taken toward bettering your health can really rock the boat and upset any decent kind of progress in that direction. The next one is cravings and food addiction. There are so many chemicals and other things that many of us find it hard to even pronounce that are in food products at the supermarket these days. And it's really unfortunate because many of them are foreign to the body. They cause the body harm. And yes, they may taste great, many things do, but they're also not helpful. When we move in the direction of bettering our health and cleaning up the diet, cravings can come on strong. Because we have emotional attachment to food, we smell certain things and we think, oh, that reminds me of such and such, summer barbecue or whatever it is. Here's an easy one: salt. If you put salt on stuff, it's going to make it taste even better. But when's the last time you went to the ocean, put a cup in there and started sculling water? Lack of time and convenience. The excuse often comes up that, oh, I don't have the time to prepare meals, or I don't have the time to cook, or whatever else. We all have the same amount of time in the day, and if you are determined and have it high enough up on your priority list, you'll make it happen. When it comes to convenience too, obviously you can have these apps that just bring food to your door, but it is a trap. If you continue down that path and you don't leave the house because you just can't be bothered or whatever the excuse is, it's not going to go to a good place. Whereas actually cooking healthy stuff, it doesn't need to be super extravagant all the time. Yes, you could do that every few weeks, but it doesn't need to be on the day-to-day at all. Next up is the fifth one: conflicting information. Yes, there is a lot of conflicting information out there on the internet, but I would go and talk to the people who are getting the results that you desire. That's the best way to do it. If it's this, that, or the other diet, then talk to them. If you can have a genuine conversation, ask them about how long they've been doing it, why they've been doing it, what works and what doesn't, and get a clear picture on their health outcomes for 5 years plus, and you feel like it's actually genuine, then I would listen to them. If that's me for you, cool, do get in touch. My email's in the description, or you can drop a comment and we can have a chat for free. Before I wrap up this segment, I would ask you to ask yourself, what do you think is natural food? Is it roadkill on the side of the road? Does that make you want to slam the brakes on the car and go, free food, I'm going to eat this meat because it's free, I don't have to pay for it at the supermarket? Or is it more like, there's a mango tree over there, that looks good, smells good, if I eat it, tastes good? Ask yourself these tough questions and you'll probably get to a better picture of what it is that is natural, what it is that we should be eating. The sixth one is unrealistic expectations. If you want to better your health and you think it's going to happen in a week or overnight, sorry to burst your bubble, it's not. It's going to take a little bit of time. It might be months, it might even be up to a year. Depending on how much you've eaten of stuff that the body doesn't want, it's going to take time. But the good thing is the undoing process for bettering your health and really going through healing can happen in a lot shorter time frame than it took to get to the compromise stage. If you're hopping on the scales daily and you're looking at 0.2 or half a kilo, obsessing over the numbers, that's not going to lead to a good place. The feeling and where you want to be needs to be the outcome rather than the number on the scales. When you eat in a way that suits your body, fuels your body well, the body weight will drop eventually. Number 7, social pressure. I did touch on it in another video, but I'll address it here too. Yeah, it's a tough one, especially in the beginning stages of the journey, when you go to a birthday or a wedding or wherever else. If you're the only person who's doing good by your body and trying to eat what you want to eat because you know you need to eat it, then people are just going to look. Yeah, people are going to judge. Yeah, occasionally people might say something, and yeah, it might be slightly awkward. And on that subject, it gets better in time. Absolutely it does. To the point now where I'm super confident to go to any birthday, wedding, whatever function it is, and have what I needed sorted. Number 8, the cost of healthy eating. People say that it's expensive to eat healthy, which is untrue. It doesn't have to be. In almost all parts of the world, you can have access to cheaper products like rice or other grains, potatoes, other variations of the starch foods. Then they can be paired with things like legumes, beans, other variations of that, and greens. We don't need to eat extravagantly, like I mentioned, all the time. We can have more basic meals and we can fill up on the things that the body really sees as fuel, which is high carbohydrate foods like fruit, grains, potatoes, and the like. Number 9 is biological factors, and yeah, if your body's in a compromised place, it's not going to do the things that you want it to do as well as it could if it was healthy. But the thing is, every day that you're alive, you have the ability to change this because of what you're eating and what you were eating. That can make a huge difference in terms of getting you to your health outcome that you want, or keeping you in a place that you feel stuck. Then there are other things like medications and various other things that are perhaps treating symptoms, but then also not addressing the root cause. So therefore, may or may not be hampering progress to get to a healthy place. Number 10, lack of sleep or energy. Digestion, eating, takes a lot of energy, and when we eat stuff that isn't suited to the body, it's going to decrease our energy to go and expend on other stuff that we like to do. So therefore, again, when you're in a situation or scenario that you're not happy with, the energy that you're facing daily, or lack of energy perhaps, is a temporary thing. It doesn't have to remain in that place. When you start stepping towards a path where you simplify the foods required for the body, then the energy can start to increase. You can have super consistent energy without things, stimulants, coffee, teas, and various other things that people use to kind of pick them up. Number 11, poor self-image or low motivation. Yeah, I get it. If you're in a shit spot and your body's not happy, then it can be difficult to go, which way do I head? Who do I talk to? What do I do? What do I eat? Lots of questions. But again, like I mentioned a couple of steps ago, I would talk to and reach out to people who have the health outcomes that you want and say, what do you do? What is required? Can you help me? Can you coach me? Can you put me in the direction of where I need to go or who I need to talk to? Having a poor self-image is, again, a temporary thing. I would not just go, okay, this is me for the rest of my life. I would say, how badly do I want to change this? The last one I'm going to talk about is lack of planning or structure. If you've got a thing that you're going to stick to for 3 months and then stop and go back to binge eating, then that's not going to work. It needs to be a sustainable path to go from where you are now to, okay, for the next 5 years, I'm going to be able to do this confidently, easily, enjoyably, and eat in a satisfying way that I want to keep doing what I'm doing. If you're going to crash and burn, it's not going to lead to a good place. I'm going to wrap this video up by saying that there is an amazing diet that you can eat where you have super consistent energy, you feel good, digestion is seamless, you can eat as much as you want, you don't have to calorie restrict, and it's much closer to what our natural diet would have been. It also doesn't cost a crazy amount and can actually be done consistently, sustainably for years, into the decades, like I've done. If you've made it to this far in the video, then great. If you've got any good tips from this, then please give it a like. I'll finish by saying I coach people one-to-one to ask these tough questions to ourselves and move in a direction that is health promoting. Food can be good for us and it can be not good for us. And if you're eating too much of the not so good for us too often, then the body's going to get to a place that it doesn't like. Either very overweight and stuck there, or compromised with chronic disease, which is obviously not a great place to be. So if you are struggling, please drop a comment or send me an email. It's in the description, and I'll talk to you there.